There's no better time to find out what Mazda can offer you than right now. Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on the new 24 Mazda CX-50, named an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus award winner. Save thousands on your new Mazda right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Yep, still doing these things. Welcome to it. We were just looking at the Mazda commercial there, and we're talking about Bugattis.
What makes Bugatti? Is it the floor mats? I mean, what makes the Bugatti so expensive?
It's the undercoating.
You laugh. They do undercoat in Galveston.
Well, it's the salt.
Yeah,
that's why we did the undercoating up in the Wyomings when I lived there, because you had all the snows out there, and they put the salts out on the road to melt the snows.
So would you say Bugatti take what, Ferrari and go one level up, or
take like Ferrari and Lamborghini and combine them, and then you give it. Yeah, it's a whole nother level of. You ever ridden in one of them things?
I wonder with his promotion and his new salary increase if Caparotto's going to be able to afford a Bugatti. You know what?
That was so ridiculous they cut your mic off.
They sure did. Yeah, I noticed that. That's right. I know what he's about to say, and it's stupid. Nope. Have you ever? Hey, you ever ridden in like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? I got to ride in a Ferrari when I was a kid once. I had a friend having a birthday. He was like a kid. He had an uncle with a Ferrari. He took us for like tours around the neighborhood. Man, that was awesome.
You had that cool uncle, huh?
I did. Well, my friend had a cool uncle. I don't know. I had an uncle who brought us bags of candy, but his uncle brought him a Ferrari. Bugatti.
That's wild.
Bugatti. That's crazy.
Bugatti.
So are you going to be able to afford one with this?
He's still going back to it.
Do they make like bicycles?
You know what? Those are, yes, and those are about $50,000 to $60,000.
Oh,
so
good grief.
That. There you go.
No.
You sweat it out riding that thing
today.
A
whole lot of no.
That's a whole bunch of no.
All right, let's get you outside this morning as you get ready to hop in your Bugatti. Maybe we've got bright sunshine to start out on this Friday. Skyline View brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Kind of a typically warm late June morning, low to mid 70s for many of us, some upper 70s closer to the coast. Baton Rouge to Gonzales, 76. New Roads right now at 73. It's going to warm up pretty quickly. I've got 91 at noon, 95 for a high today, and your rain chances running about 30%. Now, as we kind of move forward here into the weekend, we've been dealing with some coastal flooding and elevated levels on some of the rivers last couple of days, tied into Alberto, which is now gone, but we still have a coastal flood advisory today around the lakes and also along the coast of really all of Louisiana this morning. But locally, as we talk about that coastal flood advisory, levels appear to have peaked along the lower reaches of the Amite and Tickfaw for the most part. Not really seeing much of the way of significant fall yet, but as winds let up the next couple of days, we should start to see those levels slowly coming down. Our biggest concern into the weekend is going to be some building heat. These are forecast heat index numbers. Now, as soon as Sunday, probably going to start to see the heat index getting above 105, and by early next week could reach or even get a little bit above 110. So we're talking about some dangerous heat. With that in mind, could easily see some heat advisories as soon as Sunday, and probably even a little more likely into early next week. All right, update in the tropics. What's left Alberto now on the Pacific side of Mexico, but already seeing some new twisting down around the Yucatan as expected. Could have another system on the way. Also, a little bit of a small twist, but look at this little compact system. Hurricane hunters are investigating it this morning. We could get a brief tropical depression out of that before it moves into northern Florida or Georgia later today. Primarily going to be a rainmaker. In the southern Gulf, development odds listed at 60%. I think it's pretty good chance we'll get another depression, but also think that one's going to head into Mexico. And by the way, even though we potentially get another tropical system, not expecting the easterly winds in our part of the world to be nearly as strong. Those easterly winds that we have with Alberto weren't Alberto alone. We also had high pressure up to the north, and the gradient between the two was causing that. This go round, the winds shouldn't be as strong, so hopefully not nearly the same coastal flooding concerns going forward. We are going to be talking about heat though this weekend. 95 today, 96 for high tomorrow. Got 97 Sunday and Monday. So I am highlighting Sunday and Monday with a first alert with those concerns for some dangerous heat. The heat index potentially getting up around 110. Into next week, rain chances do rebound, and with that, still going to be hot outside, but hopefully gradually getting at least some modest heat relief through the week. 7:07 now, checking on the Friday morning drive. Here's John.
Boy, did everybody stay asleep? It's really light traffic this morning. Morning, Denham Springs. Wake up. It doesn't appear you are with the traffic is as good as it is. Very smooth flow of traffic in and around our area. Certainly don't want to jinx it, but I got to point it out to you. Here's I-12 at O'Neill Lane. Even O'Neill Lane, not as bad as it has been in past mornings. College to downtown, looking good as well. LA1 and the bridge, fine this morning. A couple of fender benders this morning. One of them's right here on Choctaw Drive, not creating any problem. That's at North Acadian Thruway. And then a little bit of traffic right there between Oakville and Monterey. Crash right near Oakville on Florida Boulevard. And that, again, is not really creating any major problems for folks in that area. 7:08 headlines for you that you may have missed. Following some of the top stories, it's WAFB 9 News Now right here on the Plus. Matt Williams returns after this message.
Welcome back to it, everybody. 7:09 your time right now on a Friday morning of yours. I want to give you a heads up, just some of the things we're following for you. And actually, if this was going to be on your menu for later today, need to postpone it a little bit. The Baker prayer breakfast, which was scheduled for later today, that has now been postponed. Why? Got some air conditioning problems at the facility here, and that would be a big time problem for where we are headed as temperature wise today. So no official date for the makeup announced just yet, but they will be doing some to-go breakfasts out there at the Baker Municipal Center Auditorium. That's still going on, but again, the annual prayer breakfast, that has been postponed for the day. Something that is going on today, something that is rolling out beginning today, sunbucks. We talked a little bit about this over the last number of weeks. This is about making sure the kids are fed over the summer when maybe they don't have much of an opportunity. School's out, right? And there goes, breakfast and lunch for a lot of kids. Sunbucks trying to make sure that kids are fed. So if you have that EBT card, it's going to be automatically uploaded there beginning today. That's phase one. This is actually one of 3 phases going to be rolled out a little bit as the summer kind of pushes on here. So if that's you, know that you should have those the monies on the card beginning today. You can find this story waiting for you at WAFB.com, your 9 News app, for a little bit more information. You may see some low-flying aircraft in Livingston Parish as soon as tomorrow. Actually, they're starting to kind of ramp up some of the training and get ready for it. It's the emergency services training, the Civil Air Patrol. They're setting up today. It's kind of near Satsuma, south of I-12. So what they're saying is, don't be surprised if you see some low-flying aircraft, a number of flybys. You'll see, folks in uniform, that kind of thing. Again, it's the Civil Air Patrol getting ready for their training, which is tomorrow. Just so you know, wanted to make sure you were aware. Steve's been talking a lot about this morning. And actually, we were mentioning it over the last couple of days. We had Tropical Storm Alberto pushing through. It's already on the western side, the Pacific side of Mexico. But what it left in its wake, quite literally, some high water in parts of Louisiana. Ascension Parish, Livingston, Tangipahoa Parish. They've shut down the local waterways for, like residential kind of recreational boat traffic. And you do have some sandbag locations in place if you need them. Springfield Fire Department, the Killian Town Hall Fire Department, Maurepas Fire Department. But again, Steve was looking at the water levels, already kind of tapered off, kind of leveled off, slowly begin to come back down to normal over the next number of days, hopefully. Speaking of flooding, though, how about this conversation? The Laurel Ridge Levee construction project. For those who know this, it's been going back a little ways. This is Ascension Parish, and they were talking about building this levee, extending this levee, but folks in Livingston Parish are worried it could impact them. They sued to have it stopped. It did. It was stopped. It was paused, but now it's going again as they kind of worked out any issues. And so, once again, the Laurel Ridge Levee extension is underway. It's going to be like about a 5-mile extension of that levee. They hope to have it done let's see, about this time next year, summer of next year. I want to let you know that we need your eyes on the screen for a quick minute because officials would very much like to see if you know who this person is. They're trying to figure out, it's a burglary suspect, and they believe one of these guys, Javon Thomas, they say that he and some other folks busted into the River Center, there you get a look at Thomas there, on Tuesday, did about $50,000 worth of damage. So yeah, if you know where he is, know anything about it, make a phone call to Crime Stoppers, 344-STOP. Okay, are you spraying for the mosquitoes out there? Are you turning over all the standing water? Are you wearing the long sleeves, the long pants? Folks in East Baton Rouge are sure hoping so. They actually found a mosquito with West Nile virus. Now, no human cases of this, but this is the first in East Baton Rouge, a mosquito with West Nile virus. So please do what you can to protect you and the family. As always, get out there and enjoy South Louisiana, but just, be protected. East Baton Rouge Superintendent, we could be closer to figuring out who that might be. Actually, an update for you. School board members voting to announce their pick for the next superintendent in a few weeks, July 11th. But before that, the finalists are going to be part of kind of a public meet and greet. That's so you can get to know them. That's happening next Wednesday, June 26th. So we'll keep you in the know. Also, how about this? Jurassic Quest has made its way back into South Louisiana. This time around, it's going to be in Gonzales, Lamar Dixon Expo Center. They needed something as ginormous, that's right, that's a word for the 9 News Plus, as huge as the Lamar Dixon Expo Center to house these hugantic and ginormous dinosaurs. Do you, Johnny Asian, have a favorite dinosaur? Matt Venezia was live this morning. You can find out all the latest at the website.
I don't, but it was it's fascinating that they've got a paleontologist, they said, on board to make sure that these are true to size.
Accurate, absolutely.
That's crazy.
It's really kind of neat. I mean, you think about that kind of stuff.
And then they have a handler
They
out
do.
there?
Apparently they have handlers. So there you go. There's your Bugatti, Johnny.
Oh my gosh!
That's literally your Bugatti.
Oh my
from our
gosh!
Skycam.
$4 million, huh?
$4 million
My
for that
word! Now look at that parking job. That is, people at Channel 9, take note.
That's a lot of dents.
I'm the only one that parks like that.
If you're ready for a do-it-all vehicle with smooth handling and smart interior styling, look no further than the new 2024 Honda CR-V. Once again named a Car and Driver's 10 Best Trucks and SUV list. Come save on your new CR-V right now at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.